This Scoop Radio is about reflecting and critically analyzing the financial report for car sales. Me and my group members will discuss the details of what different points of the financial report. First of all, let's welcome Joe to discuss about her part.
Hi, I'm June. As we know, Kansai Company is the largest online automotive motorcycle and marine classified business in Australia, and they try to bring consumer, dealer, and advertiser together and try to make best solution and experience in global automotive classified business. Kansai Company they realize Australian people they like buying new car while selling their old car at the same time. And not only car, they also have motorcycle, truck, and boat. For the financial year 2050 and 60 and 70, it represents correcting performance and future technology. According to its statement, income statement, balance sheet, financial statement of the company is being investigated financial performance and try to break down the relationship with version statement. We can know total assets from the financial statement 2050 and 60. They got 545 million, and total liability they have 285 million. And shareholder equity have 216 million. For the next year, 16 and 17, they have total asset kind of likely decrease a little bit. They have 539 million, and total liability also going down positively. They have 262 million, so that the shareholder equity totally have 277 million. Is increased from last year. Also, they have positive impact on community, and they have their own foundation called Kansai Foundation. They try to make positive change in all market and also make commitment to make annual contribution to foundation every year. I'm gonna take part 2 to Sam.
I'm going to discuss the nature of the difference between the two figures in the financial years and identify whether the difference related to extraordinary or non-recurring events in the financial year 2016. The operating income or loss was 114 million, and whereas the total comprehensive income was 112 million in financial year 2017. Profit or loss is 166 million, whereas the total comprehensive income was 104 million. Therefore, the company had a forward and a progress positive trend. This positive trend can be attributed to the high revenues the company recorded in financial year 2017 in respect to the financial year 2016 play a role in the resulting increase in the profits of the company and the total comprehensive income of the company. The difference in profit of the company was 140 million in 2016, and in financial year 2017, the profit decreased to 130 million. This can be explained by increased total operating expense in 2017, which is 195 million as compared to that of the financial year 2016, reduced at 173 million. Overall comparison of the record shows that company has good performance and relative state in 2017. Um, here we also see compared to the previous financial year, the company has done far better with overall revenue, but there is a more negative comprehensive income in 2016.
Okay, I'm talking about how the new accounting standard impacts the assets, liabilities, and profits of car sales. The old lease accounting standard ASB 117 does not truly reflect the financial realities. Car sales has a lot of leases, but only a limited amount of these leases show up on the balance sheet. The new accounting standard eliminates the distinction between operating leases and financial leases and requires the recognition of the right of use asset along with the associated lease liabilities. Once ASB 16 comes into force, all the operating leases will be removed to the balance sheet and recognized as right of use assets along with these liabilities, which will increase the assets and the liabilities. The rental expenses charged to operating expenses under the current accounting standard will be removed with depreciation expenses on lease assets and combined with interest expenses. Because the interest expenses is higher in the earlier lease term, so the profit may decrease. That's all of my part. Let's welcome Alan to discuss last question.
Hi, my name is Alan, and my part is focusing on intangible assets and goodwill in particular. After carefully examining how the company carries impairment testing, explain what the cash generating unit is, and identify the criterion for their choice in your company. Goodwill speaks to the abundance of the cost of an acquisition over the reasonable value and the share of the group of net identifiable assets of the profit procured back up at the date of securing. Goodwill on acquisition of auxiliaries is incorporated into intangible assets. Goodwill is tried for impairment annually and is convened at cost less accumulated impairment loss. In financial year 2016 to 2017 annual report income statement, there is a net impairment of property, plant, gear, intangible asset, and investment in notes to the financial statement, which implies there is impairment loss on intangible assets. For car sales, according to the annual report in financial year 2015 to 2016 and the financial year 2016 to 2017, these services are online advertising service, data, research and service, and financial and the related service, which in the financial year 2015 to 2016 was 145 million, whereas in the financial year 2016 to 2017 it was 143 million. The criterion for choosing this CGUS is determined by monitoring the car sales, operation and decision made to acquire and deal with car sale assets and operation. Goodwill and intangible assets that have an uncertain helpful life are not subject to amortization and are tried annually for impairment, or all the more as often as possible if oscillation or changes in condition demonstrate that they may be impeded. Different assets are tried for impairment at whatever point oscillations or changes in condition, which incorporates car sales equity hold partner investments. An impairment loss is perceived for the sum by which the benefits convening sum surpass its recoverable sum. The recoverable sum is the higher of the benefit's reasonable value, fewer expenses to offer, and the value being used. That's all the information we report. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.